What's up, guys? You're back on 508 Live with your host, Poppy Pay. You know, we always got my man, Fireman Burgess.
Yeah.
We got a special guest today, my man, Ty Benz.
Of course.
From college. And then you can't forget the best producer in the world, Manny J Media.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. I appreciate you.
All right, guys. I'm going to start off a little bit on orthodox today. G speak.
Oh, orthodox, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
We're going to pour the drinks first.
Should we do that?
Yeah. You know what I mean?
If we about to get into what I think we about to get into, that's going to be a very well
water, he turned into wine. You know what I mean? So
very welcome icebreaker.
I got a little bit of Roscato today. This is the Italiente wine, Italian wine, even though we already know St. Patrick's Day is coming soon, but we got Italian wine today. So
by the way, speaking of St. Patrick's Day, shout out my hat. Did you see the hat?
I seen it.
I do like it.
I do like it.
Let me show you out. Fire. Shout out to Musede Heartwear by my boy Abby Koto out there. Much love to you. Appreciate the St. Patrick's Day hat. If you want one like this, go online and find it. It's not that hard. You can find it. Yeah. And then I also got a shout out to Worcester Youth Center.
Yeah, what's the youth
Violence is not normal.
Yep.
I went to the Bob Marley Festival this past weekend. I was over there. And, every year I go, I sign the pledge, basically denouncing violence. And whenever you sign that pledge,
true? Do you do that?
When have you ever seen me be violent?
I never seen you be violent. But I'm asking you. I don't know what you do.
Not only do I denounce violence, I educate others in not only denouncing violence, but problem-solving resolutions. Right, using your words over your fists.
Okay.
You know.
What if I want to use my fist though? What if somebody really upsets me? I just want to give them one of these.
You can do
How's that
that.
work?
I can do that, and I'm going home.
You going home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do what you do, and I'm gonna go do what I do over there very peacefully. I'm too old for all that.
That's a fact.
Honestly. Yeah. Sure. I can't honestly. Let's be real, right?
Yep.
I know in our society, not just American society, but global society, right? What is it like? Machoism, masochism. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say? Being macho, being manly, being able to fight, being the strongest, being the fastest, being, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All that is glorified, uplifted, and I can't think of any man or even woman who wouldn't want to at least try to achieve some level of that self-success, right? Yeah. But I also feel like at some point, when do you start using your wisdom and intellect more than you use your physical capabilities and abilities? I just feel like old men fighting looks funny unless it's in the WWE. And even there, it kind of looks funny, right?
In some spandex, I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I used to be a big WWE fan. I was just saying, like, they're getting paid to entertain a crowd, so it's different. Or boxing, even. Like, let's be real. Mike Tyson, a lot of people put a lot of money into that fight with him and Jake Paul, right? Yeah. Old man fighting. He even looked funny coming out with half of his assets hanging out.
Yeah, his assets. That's a good way to do it. In our commercial.
But it was still entertainment. It was, you know what I'm saying? It was it's not a grown man going out and having a temper tantrum, fighting somebody else because he's not getting his way, which is what I kind of feel like a lot of violence is built up from.
Yeah, I could elaborate on that just a little bit. I was talking to my buddies today, and I was telling them, you got to win today. If somebody has control over your emotion, that means they took control of your day.
Yeah.
You got to win today. Don't let nobody change your energy, your emotion, your feelings because you're angry, you're upset in some type of way. You control you. Yeah. So I like how you kind of said that, like grown man fighting and throwing temper tantrums. You can't let another grown man pretty much control your emotions, or another human being, period, control your emotions.
When I'm driving,
maniac man.
The tantrums I be having in private, right? I be talking. I want to bash my car into the back of that car so bad. Thinking it and acting on it, two different things. So, you can have your little time of where we're not perfect. We think things, but you still have to have your maturity lead you. And we're not bashing our car into another car.
Oh yeah, that wasn't be educated.
Now we're getting not only violent, we're getting criminal.
We're gonna say a couple things, but we ain't gonna go crazy and crash no cars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So I kind of want to spin that into like day-to-day life. For me, what keeps me sane is obviously Jesus Christ. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know about anybody else, but God keeps me sane. He keeps me level-headed. I've been working on myself. I'm not perfect. I get angry too. I want to bash my car into people.
Yeah.
I want to, you know what I mean? I get upset, and I've been trying to find a way to control my emotions, you know? I kind of want to talk to you guys a little bit of how do you guys go about controlling your emotions? Like, what do you do on a day-to-day basis to keep your emotions intact? Like, how do you not crash that car, even though you know the consequences, but what really holds you and what restrains you from doing that? It could be
I'm trying to be short
jail.
and sweet because I know I've been talking a lot so far. I want to give y'all an opportunity, but for me, it's fear. It's fear of the unknown of what my actions might end up reciprocating back to myself. First of all, I'm a very strong believer in karma. What you want to call it, karma, God, Jesus, whatever you want to call it. I believe that what you put out there, you're gonna get back. All right. And then second of all, I have to talk to myself and tell myself,
yes,
it's not worth it. You need to fall back.
Yep.
This too shall pass, and don't make it worse. Because what might feel good, the immediate gratification can have long-term repercussions that had you just got over yourself in that moment, you'd be living a much better life without those consequences interfering in that.
Oh, for sure. How do you control your emotions?
Yeah, I think the biggest piece, patience is best practice on the road. Like, it's been a whole study done that says patience is best practice on the road. You know, so when I got somebody riding me, like, you know what I mean, I'm talking like bumper to bumper. You know how tough it is not to
brake check them?
Like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to get into no accident. 2, you know, I'm like, I don't know if they got a camera. They've been having me all on camera acting crazy.
Yep.
3, they behind me. They got my license plate. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I started thinking about all this other stuff too. Like, you know what I mean? But it make it hard for me not to brake check them. Or when somebody brake checking me.
Yeah.
Like, it make it hard for me not to just put my hand on the horn and stuff like that. But patience is best practice on the road, bro. I have friends, bro, that have lost their life due to, I would call it
road rage.
Road rage, but a breakdown in communication, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whether they get angry and fall victim to the road rage and lose their life, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? When it a 5-second decision on all 3 of my homeboys, 5-second decision determined their life, bro. It took 5 seconds, bro, for them to go to cars, do road rage stuff, go to cars, get shot, get ran over. 5 seconds, bro. That's all it took, bro. 5-second thought. If they would have just been able to have something to manage those 5 seconds that didn't lead to them doing stuff they did and ending their lives off of road rage, 5 seconds, bro. That's all it takes to make a 5-second decision, bro. And I challenge it sometimes. I be like, bro, I think my homies made 3-second decisions. You got to get out of the car, do this, or you got to run in front of the car, do this. Like, that's 5 seconds, bro. Your life was dependent on 5 seconds. What you did in that 5 seconds, your whole life depended on, bro. It's way more time in the world, bro. I be thinking, bro. Like, it's a lot more time, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's how quick your life can be, and that's how much smaller of a window you have one decision to make, and it needs to be the best decision, because in that 5 seconds, your life gonna depend on this decision, bro.
What about you? How do you control your emotions?
First and foremost, I'm a child of God, so whenever I feel like I'm tempted, a child of God, I feel like what it means to me is that always just being in control. The best way you can is through God, as He permits it. At least for me, when I'm controlling my emotions, I just exercise gratefulness every day. There's knowing it's not worth it, is being blessed. Because I feel like a lot of people just worry about the little things, the little dramatic error that's going on in life, and all you have to do is just be grateful. And I feel like that's the least amount of answer, at least to me personally. Being grateful for everything in your life is it's everything, you know. It's that like you were saying, that 5 second of just holding it together and not crashing out or having road rage, like you were saying, going into ramming into someone in their car, you know. So at least for me personally, I just take my 5 seconds and be like, is this worth it? How do I want to control this? Jesus, go ahead. Just
Literally, Jesus, take the wheel.
Yeah, go ahead, take it, take it. But that's how I deal with it. Just really going to Him and just knowing that I'm grateful, I'm blessed, and it's not really worth my time. Because again, like Poppy said, I don't want to have someone to control my emotions, and now I'm getting out of my character and lose my composure, which is not always a good thing. You know, 5 seconds to lose your composure could cost you everything. Right. And you never want to do that.
It's funny that you bring up 5 seconds. I actually heard that, and I don't know how true this is. We can do our research later. And hey, fact check me right now. Why don't you? It takes 9 seconds for you to get over being angry if you actively try to change your thought process, right? So if you're mad at something and you catch the fact that you're mad at something, that moment that you find out that you're mad at something and you consciously decide to no longer be mad at it, it should take 9 seconds for you to move on from that. Absolutely. Now, I don't know how true that is. However, if you just pause in life and take a second to think before you act.
What you told him to do, bro?
Pause in life.
That's
pause. And think.
Powerful.
Pause and think.
Pause, bro.
Before you act. It can mean a whole world of difference, especially when your intentions for why you're acting may not be get the outcome you're really looking for, right? You're looking for when you're, in my case, bashing into the back of somebody, I'm looking to wreck their car, I'm looking to wreck their day, I'm looking to make their life as miserable and horrible as I can in that moment. When in reality, that's only for that moment. Because beyond that, I wrecked my car.
Yep.
So
you wrecked your insurance.
I wrecked it all.
Your insurance going
and
up.
Potentially even my freedom, right? Depending on how much I might have hurt or even killed somebody by doing some craziness, by not thinking and just reacting on my inward tantrums, I guess we could say, right?
What I said last week, immediate gratification will result in long-term consequences every single time.
You did say that.
You know what I mean? We feel good now. I don't bound into his car, everything, but look at these long-term consequences. I gotta get the whip fixed. Right. I gotta do this. I felt good in the moment, but look at these consequences that led because I wanted the immediate gratification. I think
and I gotta fix their whip too.
And their whip too. So I like how you was talking about the pause and that story as an example because I'm like, dang, it applies to that too, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So. Most definitely, but how much seconds in a day, boy? That's a lot of seconds in a day, boy. And you telling me like you took 5 of those seconds, and you know what I'm saying? There's one wrong decision. You've been making decisions, and I used to do this on one of my classes. I forgot. Do you know how much decisions we make a day as humans, bro? It's thousands. It's not from about to get up right now, about to hit snooze, about to put on this, about to put on. They say it's thousands, bro. Thousands of decisions.
And you change your mind
a day. And you change your mind too.
You make a decision, then you're like, you know what, maybe not. So like that right there is 2 decisions on one thing.
Out of all good decisions, one decision, bro, throughout the day can make it. You can do every decision right throughout the whole day. It just takes one of those decisions to fall off, and you not to make the right decision, bro, based off of being controlled and stuff. Albert Ellis said it's impossible for somebody to make you angry anyway. It is literally impossible for somebody to make you angry. I would say that piece. So.
Especially with you. I don't think it is in your DNA to get angry.
Buddy,
I've never
seen you angry, bro. I've never seen you angry, bro.
I've tried to press you. I've yelled at you,
bro.
Poppy, I can't believe, rah, rah, rah.
And you're like, Poppy angry, bro.
It's okay, buddy. I still love you.
See,
big old, beautiful, God-loving smile.
I'm gonna tell you guys why though.
How do you do it? What's the secret?
I get upset. I'm human. I get upset too, but me allowing somebody again to like control my emotions, control my feelings. Don't get me wrong. I get mad sometimes. Like I argue, I get mad, but then I sit and think, pause, like you guys said. I sit, pause, think. Like, why am I allowing another grown man or a grown woman or a person to stop my energy? You know what I mean? I got 24 hours in a day.
And to control your flow. Like,
you know what I mean?
You
like,
going.
Now I'm mad. Now I can't drive right. Now I'm upset. Now, what's it called? I'm not a good father because I'm mad and my kid's not getting the best version of me. And now my house is not in order because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing because I'm upset.
From what you meant to
Thank
do,
you.
From what you woke up to do.
Exactly.
You didn't wake up to waste the rest of your life on the driver, right?
What's wrong?
I don't know. I keep going to the driver thing. Yeah, that's
how you know
he's really mad right now.
If you was the driver in front of Manny, please get away from him.
If I ever become a millionaire, the first thing I'm buying is a driver.
You go sit in the back.
Not buying. That's very, very hiring. That was very weird to me.
Anywho, but yeah. So for me though, like I just try to think about the positive in life. I was telling my buddies today, I'm like, if you really think about it, when's the last time your friend or your buddy or your family member told you, I had a great day today? They always say if there's something bad happened, guess what happened to me today?
Guess what happened?
Guess what happened today? It's never, guess what happened? Something good. And if it is good, it's something brief. But then they'd be like, guess who said this to me today? It's always something negative. All right. So now that person is nitpicking every negative stuff that's happening in their life, they're making it a reality. They're forgetting about they're able to wake up this morning. They're forgetting about they're able to eat. They're forgetting that they're able to drive their car. They're forgetting they're able to do this. people want to be you. Like there's people that are in wheelchairs that want to walk. People that that are in beds that want to be in wheelchairs. There's people
in Iran right now who just want to go to sleep.
Thank you.
And they're afraid of a bomb hitting their house.
You know what I mean?
Or Israel, whatever. I don't really care. My point is that,
there's people that want to be. Thank you. In my position now.
Would love to have what we have.
And I think about it like, for me though, I would like to be better than what I was a year ago. So this year I want to be way better than I was last year. That's my mentality. I'm always, every year I got to develop and elevate either educationally, life-wise, something. I got to get better in some type of way. Okay, cool. Last year, when somebody said something to me, I got angry. Now, if somebody said something to me this year, I'm not getting angry at that no more because I already worked on that. Why would I let what you say get to me? Because words are just words. If you place your hands on me, that's a whole different ballgame.
Okay, but let's just say, for argument's sake, something does really get to you. Something presses you, whatever that is. A, has that ever happened to you? And B, what was your process to get through that moment without expressing anger?
Excuse my French.
Or being stuck in it.
Excuse my French, but I don't give a fuck what you talking about. You writing me a check? You're not writing me a check. I don't care. Are you gonna change my life? Are you gonna? Are you? If I don't have you in my life, is that gonna make a difference? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like people gonna say whatever they want to say. They're gonna bring you down. They're gonna talk smack. They're gonna say this. They're gonna say that. They're gonna want to affect you. I had people say wild stuff to me before. Okay, cool. And then what? That means you're going through something so miserable in your entire life. You're going through something so miserable in your entire life that you want to affect somebody else. So misery likes company. You want me to be miserable like you?
Misery likes company.
When you make me miserable, yes, the fuck I do.
You see? But for me,
I do.
I'm talking about the people on the road, by the way.
But for me, though, it's like, okay, I don't care. What's next? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can say whatever you want to say. Words is words. You can throw words. But don't get me wrong. Words create and destroy. So when you're speaking wildly, saying these things, you're saying that to yourself. You're destroying yourself. You're adding those things into the world. You know what I mean? People don't understand that. Like, that's what it says. Blessed are those who are quick to listen and slow to speak. Listen first, process, and then speak the words. If you speak words first, you utter words that you're not supposed to be talking about, and then you condemn somebody like, oh, you're just like, I'm bringing you down. You're never going to be nothing. You're horrible. This is not, you don't have a pot to piss in. Guess what? Bounce back from you. Didn't say nothing to me. Those words bounce back from you, came right back to me. Now I don't got a pot to piss in. You don't know. The same thing you're talking about. Like, God has ears.
Right.
And for you said karma. Karma has ears. Yeah. But I don't know what karma got.
Blessings, because you can find yourself without them in a split second. It could be the next day. It could be next week. It could be when you least expect it. But we are all as susceptible to downfall and to being in someone else's shoes.
Yes, and it might not be the same capacity that you want it to be, or like the effect that you did. It can be. It could be in different ways, different levels. You know what I mean? It could be like, all right, you're supposed to go and do a big speech, and that speech got canceled because you did that a week ago. You disrespected somebody a week ago. Right. You know what I mean?
So God took that blessing back.
God took that blessing away from you.
You're like, oh, you thought you thought you was about to be big shot, but then you wanted to go run in your mouth, and I showed you I'm the big shot. And snatched that opportunity right
You know
back,
what I mean?
right?
Because at the end of the day, we have no power of our own. This life is borrowed. Everything we're doing is borrowed. Like, you have the gifts you have is a borrowed gift. God gave you the gift, but He can also what? Take it away. But God don't take things away. God makes it harder for you to succeed. This is my perspective. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because if He gave you a gift, He can't take your voice away. If He gave you a singing gift, He can't take the voice away. But the opportunity for you to sing won't come.
I feel like I agree with you in that God doesn't take things from us, but He gives us ample opportunity to lose them ourselves.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to take anything from us.
Thank you.
We do it to ourselves.
Exactly.
So, you know, I feel like if you can just inherently do good, you're inherently doing God. If you struggle not doing bad, like if it's really that much of like a a challenge for you to get up in the morning and be like, you know, I really shouldn't crash my car into the car in front of me, or I really shouldn't kidnap someone, or I really shouldn't hurt someone.
Did you hit somebody's car? Now I'm getting curious.
No, I didn't. I wouldn't admit that.
It's a hit and run. It's a hit and run.
But I don't ever have to think about these, except the first one. But I never have to think about not killing anyone, right? Because inherently, I know that that's bad, that's evil, and it's not where my morals, where my directive, you know, in life lays, you know. So it's really. And it's interesting how people even get there. Obviously, I think it's through a lifetime of trauma and pain and hurt and what have you that lead them to make the decisions that they make, and up to and including abandoning their faith in God, or, you know, their hope in some kind of eternal salvation or eternal life. And like, this is all I got. Every card I got dealt to me was shit. I'm going to give shit back to the world. A terrible place to find you in, find yourself in. But even when you're there, and I've seen people in such disparaging places, like, you know, sleeping out in outside in war-torn countries, like, but that still doesn't give you an excuse to lose the gift you were given, to lose the path to righteousness, and to, you know, an eternal life. You could rob yourself of that very easily by taking the easy path, which is, you know, obviously never. I don't know. I don't want to say pleasant, maybe.
Yeah, but you live and you learn. So those are the things that you gotta, live through. But my question for you, Ty, how do you overcome? Like he asked me, how do you really give me an experience that you had that somebody really pissed you off, and you overcame that. We got a deep breath for that one. You know he's serious. You got to dig deep. Yeah.
I got to dig deep.
Oh, somebody really pissed me. Go ahead.
Oh, man. So I would say this. My one experiences, because this one person always gets to me, but it's really my mom. I feel like she's the only one that can really trigger me to get me out of my composure. No one can but her. But, you know.
Your dad don't get you out your body?
No, not him. Just
only
my mom.
Your mom?
Only my mom, only because she says trigger words. Everybody gets triggered. I know everybody's triggered in this room. No way. So with me, she says trigger words, and I have to force myself literally to be like, okay, I'm okay. Don't worry about it. But she keeps going on and on and on and on and on. But the one thing I remember is that, again, like you said, how do I want to respond, right? Again, let's revisit this conversation at a later date.
Mm-hmm.
So with her, whenever she goes on and on, I'm like, hey, mom, I totally understand. Let's revisit this another day. And I walk away. And that's the best way I can ever respond to someone. I'm not giving you my energy at all. I'm going to tell you how I'm going to respond, and then we'll move forward. And
I have a question for you. Are you a parent?
No, I'm not a parent. No,
okay.
Young man.
And the only reason why I'm asking this.
Two parents, two non-parents.
Yeah, there you go.
But you're a parent.
And I'm curious to see, because you're a much newer parent than I am. We're from two different generations of parenting styles, and we've received completely different ways of being raised. But for me, that, like, I get what you're saying, and I respect it. And with my son, I do practice that. However, it's had to be something that I had to tell myself I got to do it this way, because it'll get better results in the long run, especially if my best interest is actually my son and not myself.
Mm-hmm.
But like being raised up, I couldn't walk away from my mom.
Mm-hmm.
No, we asking for a whooping. I don't care how old you are. I'm 42 now. I still can't walk away from my mom. You know what I'm saying? However, I wonder if, like, is that something that you guys discussed ahead of time, so that she was aware, like, if it gets here, this is what's going to happen?
No,
and it's not a disrespect thing. It's actually preventing disrespect from occurring, right? You know, and that's something me and my son discussed. Like, bro, if you got, you know, just say, Dad, I need a couple minutes. We'll revisit this later. And I have already pre-agreed to, yes, that is what we're going to do. You know what I mean? But if you walked away as my child, excuse me, boy, I'm not done talking to you.
So I will tell you this, right? So whenever you engage in conversation, especially conversation with my mom, I set the framework for her. Hey, I'm going to lead this conversation like this. When we're done speaking, we're going to leave like this. Yeah. So I already set the framework of what she already going to understand what we're going to get out of this conversation and how we're going to leave. So if it goes to the left or goes to the right, she knows as soon as it goes to the left, we can revisit this later on. When you cool down, we can talk like adults. We can move forward. Because at the end of the day,
you can't talk to me like that. As my child, I'm just saying, you can't tell me how to talk like an adult, right? Okay. You feel where I'm coming from?
No, I understand.
Like, because at the end of the day, I raised you. I'm still essentially guiding you through life with the wisdom that I've learned throughout the years. And yes, we can revisit our approach to the conversation, but it's not going to be under your turn. You ain't running this. You ain't running the show. You're the child, right? So, how did you and your mom? How does she take it? Does she receive it like I'm receiving it?
I mean, personally, I want to say check her, but I would say, hey, mom, like, I understand what you're doing. I totally understand what you're doing, but I don't feel in a place that I'm comfortable to keep further discussing this in the most respectful way possible. And that's how I look. I'm just not.
So you're trying to reach her respectfully.
Yes.
Never in a way of I'm coming at you to like. You kind of sort of imply like I'm here to check you and I'm here to put you in your place type energy. It's I'm here to let you know I'm here. I just want to make my boundaries known. Right?
You know what's crazy?
Yes.
You had to pause like 3 times. You see Wanda in your head.
You know that.
You see Wanda in your head.
Trigger.
It's not. I'm
about to get
Wanda. It's not coming from a place of hate whatsoever. Literally, I'm telling my mom,
hey, goodness, I felt scared for you because your mom watched all our shows.
Stuttering.
I tell my mom, hey, in the most respectful way, this is how I'm going to lead the conversation. This is how I want us to move forward after this conversation. If anything goes wrong, I'm coming from a place of good spirit, of good heart posture. I'm not taking any type of way away. You're going to say things. I just want us to come to a common ground where we understand each other. You say what you got.
So you're communicating good intention from jump.
Yes, from the jump, yes.
Right. Like, I want a resolution here. I love you. And this is what our issue is. This is, and now let's approach and get through it without getting to a point of escalation.
That's nice.
Absolutely.
I like it. Yeah, it's nice. But
that don't work for me.
Nice and reality, 2 different things. Like I said,
my mom's always right. Thank you. I love you. No problem. What you need me to do, done.
Still now?
Just a second. I don't play by my mama. But that's different, though. Like, my mom, don't get me wrong. That lady annoys me. Oh, my goodness. But I love that lady times 7. 100%. We could take one of these. Let me explain. My mom, when I was younger, I was like 14, 15. We didn't wash the dishes.
Ooh, that's good.
My mom works 3 to 11. I know it's very nice. We're going to talk about it after. 3 to 11, my mom comes from work. Boom. I know her schedule. I'm in bed because I have school in the morning. We didn't wash the dishes. The house is a mess.
Uh-oh.
Buddy.
She on your back.
Bro, the last thing you want to do when you come home from work is see more work.
Exactly. See, but as a kid, I didn't understand that, though. So I just thought it was my mom nagging. So my mom will open the door and really wake me up out my sleep to go wash those dishes and clean the house and then go back to sleep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And one thing about my mother, that lady does not stop talking. Oh my. You did something 5, 6, 7 years ago. She will bring that up now.
Yeah.
And then keep speaking. And that's one thing, like, in a relationship that I cannot tolerate. Like, if you tell me something one time, I say, done, leave it alone. If you recurring telling me the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, I'm not listening to you no more. That's why I like my mom's house. You know my mom. That's a trigger.
Why do you think she kept telling you over and over and over again? Do you think it was like she wanted to keep, like, making you feel a type of way, or do you think it's because she wasn't feeling heard?
All the above.
Okay.
All the above. She worked hard. Now, as a parent, imagine you coming home, you're 9 to 5, busting your ass, taking care of everything. In my house, there's not a day.
Imagine.
Exactly. There's not a day that I did not have food on my table. My house was the only house out of all my friends that had food every single day.
Right.
All my friends used to come from their house, no food. They'd come to my house,
yes.
And we used to eat all my food. Yep. And my mom would wake up.
Does your mom even own a small pot?
not complain and cook again.
Yeah.
She's feeding to everybody without
And all
realizing.
she asks you to do is do the damn dishes, boy.
Exactly.
That's it. Get the scrubbing.
Oh, for sure. I'm not doing no dishes.
Yeah.
I don't like dishes. The dish is not even for me. The dishes in my house, no disrespect to my family. I don't know anybody else's structure. Dishes for my sisters. Mop the floor, sweep the floor, throw out the trash for the men.
Yeah. Well, and in my house, I did the bathrooms.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean?
But
I didn't even do the bathroom. The bathroom's a woman
Thank
too.
God for my sister. She did the. No, I mean, yeah. I hear you.
For me,
my
that's
sister did the kitchen. I did the bathroom, which to me made sense, especially because it's a lot dirtier in a bathroom. As a man, I can handle it. Let my sister handle it. Hold down the kitchen. But that's also arcade patriarchy.
Other way around. The bathroom's cleaner than the kitchen.
Poppy, if you don't leave me alone, what were you saying? We ain't...
No, the bathroom is actually cleaner than the kitchen.
Yeah.
That's proven. That's a proven fact. You spend more time where? In the kitchen than you spend more time in the bathroom. You cook in the kitchen. The kitchen gets more dirty.
You're going to make me not want to be in my kitchen.
All right, let me let it go again. Anywho.
I need another one.
I refill too.
Yeah, you can refill. You gotta go ahead. Free ring. So for me though, like even growing up, like my mom used to nag me. She used to upset me. This isn't that. But now that I grew up, now that I got older, I see the concept of why she did that. You know? So that's my life lesson. And I learned most of my anger, bottling my anger and not exploding because my mama whooped me. Respectfully. I learned that from my mother.
Is it the same with you? Like the more you put out, the more you receive. Like the louder you got, you want to keep crying, you want to keep screaming. I'm gonna give you a reason to scream and cry.
My mom hit me.
My
mom hit me one time in my life.
Yeah.
My stepdad's the one who.
Is that all you needed, or
that's all I needed from my mom?
And you never gave her a reason to hit you.
Never. Yeah. I gave her multiple reasons. She just never hit us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my stepdad used to be the disciplinary.
Oh, okay.
And he come home, you're on your own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Different story for different.
Was it warranted or was it abusive? And I ask because it matters to me.
I would not take any whooping I've ever gotten in my entire life, not one time. Yeah. I deserve every single one of them. I used to get suspended every single day. I used to go to school and fight. Like, I was a bully. I wasn't even a bully. I used to get bullied. Then I just started fighting for no reason.
Bro, you ask like Gen Z now, or what's the new one? Gen Alpha?
I don't know any of that.
Right? You ask them, and discipline, whooping, spankings, whatever you want to call it.
Abuse.
It's abuse. It's assault. It's criminal.
It is, bro. No.
Please. Elaborate
like I told y'all last week, man. My mama, I used to get beaten crazy, bro. My mama talked to me about this stuff day in, day out.
Beating and discipline are two different things, though. Because in Massachusetts,
so there's no law on discipline because people can discipline their child however they want. Like there's no like law say I can't hit you. You can't hit your child with a belt or you're going to jail. Like it's no law. Bro, I get beat with extension cord, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Belt.
That's abuse.
All that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's abuse.
You get beat on. You get beat on your back. Like,
extension
my mom used to take glasses and whip it at me.
Yeah, but you know, like,
reflex.
You got to think about this. And when you go to old school, bro, they weren't whooping people with belts, bro. Nah. Like, it wasn't like it was go get the switch off the tree. My mom used to tell me, when I didn't get a good one, bro, she made me go get it. I need to go get a was break that. But don't you think like my mama used to tell me, like, you know, like she speak about it today. She say she is not. My mama got therapy for that, bro. My mama's not happy about that stuff. All these, a lot of these parents, bro, they look back and my mama say the only reason I was disciplining you like that, my mama had me at 16, 17.
Do you think it's because that's what she knew?
Because that's how she was disciplined. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's how she was disciplined. And she cried about it, bro. She's not happy about
I'm sure that goes all the way back to 400 years ago.
When is abuse? How much time you got to get hit with a belt for it to be abuse?
When you drawing blood.
When you're drawing blood.
That's
it's a hard question.
It is
bro.
A hard question.
It's a tough question, bro. It's such a thin line there, bro.
One time with a belt could be abuse, depending on how you're using the belt. Like, right?
Or if you did it for no reason.
If you hit somebody in the face with a buckle end. Or if you did it for no reason, right? Now, if you take the soft leather end and you give your 7-year-old who, for whatever reason, maybe let's say 3 swats on the butt, do I think that's abuse? Not necessarily. Do I think it's corporal punishment type discipline? Yes. Once you put your Once it becomes physical, then it becomes corporal, right?
Parents measure whether it was abuse or not. When I was getting my beating, like my mom, it was up to my mom in her mind. When if she felt it was abuse, then she'll stop.
Yeah.
Like she'll stop. Like you know, what I'm saying?
I'm going to
I ain't gonna beat you too bad. Like, you know,
hurt me to hurt you.
It hurt you. Like I should be the one crying.
So
like, you know,
then is it the intention?
So intentions is good, but intentions versus impact.
But
my intentions are pure when doing something, but how is the impact from that? My intentions are pure.
The impact was abusive, but was it actually abuse if the intention was not to be abusive?
Right. So the intention, so the grocery cart boy, right? I pushed the grocery cart right close to the door after I packed my groceries in the car. I ain't put it to the little rack in the parking lot. It was right by my car. I'm just trying to look out for him.
Right.
My intention is to help him. He come to me, bro. Why would you go push that cart by the door, bro, when you got that rack right here, bro? I'm like, dang, bro, my intention was to help you. After all, I'm looking out, putting it by the door. You're going to go that way anyway. Right. He say, bro, you actually making it different. The impact is not helping me, bro. The impact is now I got to walk further, bro, over here when I was already over here. I'm like, bro, my intentions are pure, though, my boy. I'm trying to help you. He say, but it did everything but help me. It made more work for me. Like, but my intentions was pure. Intentions versus impact. My mom intentions pure, but the impact, bro, the trauma, the abuse, the hurt, like, you know what I'm saying? The pain, bro. A lot of people.
Would you take back any of those whoopings?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, bro. Because a lot of people so programmed to it, they say, oh, I will never take back how I got beat back in the day. So why you don't beat your kids like that right now?
Right.
If it works so much, why you don't beat your kids like that right now?
Right.
Well, but you said you won't take away no beatings, and look how you turned out. You good, you doing.
See,
why
you got me stuck. You got me stuck.
And when I ask parents that, bro, it really, I say, because you programmed in that mindset of everything that happened to me in the past, I accept it because it but some stuff that happened to you in the past was very traumatic, bro, and messed you up. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you just try not to deal with that and say, nah, everything in the past helped me out. No. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
what would warrant any kind of physical discipline in your mind? Because for me, I'm going to give you an example. My son, I love you, baby. He's such a good boy. I've had to hit him in his life one time. Yeah. And part of it is because mentally and emotionally, I knew I didn't want him to end up the way I did as far as like the trauma, the fears, the things that I did get from the discipline that I deserved. Mm-hmm. But
so you want him to be better than you?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, all right,
sorry, yes.
Every father wants their son to be better.
Right. But I also wanted to try it a different way because I remember like after I got whooped, I was like, I hate my mom, blah, blah, blah. And I don't hate you. I never did. Obviously, I was in the moment.
I was mad. That's all.
But I never want my son to ever feel like he has to hate me. So I wanted to try every which way before we get to that. So I'm not excluding it. I'm just going to try different ways before I get there. So with my son, for example, I think he was like 5 years old. He was very attracted to the plug socket, kept going over to the plug socket, wanted to touch it, wanted to see what's going on. And then he comes over and he grabs something, and I'd be like, no, you can't do that. I'd move him. I'd put stuff in front of the plug socket, went and did all the little plastic childproof and all that stuff. I go and I catch him trying to pull the plastic thing off. So I'm like, all right, enough's enough. Grab his hand and I smack it. 2 fingers. It was hard enough to make him cry and make me feel bad. So it was an actual thing. He never touched that plug again. Did it have to get to that?
No.
I don't believe it.
What?
Immediate gratification results in long-term consequences. I want to get it met right now that he stopped. Long-term consequences. Like, you know what I'm saying? Immediate gratification. Because my mom beating was about making her feel better as a parent for me doing what I need to do.
So no, my beating was, I'd rather him feel that zap than a zap that's going to kill him. That was my justification. I'm not saying I'm right. That's where my justification was in. I want him to feel the zap before he feels that zap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like, I want my kids to learn from me to be, if they're going to be punished or if they're going to have anything where they need to learn a lesson in life, I want them to get it from me, not the cops. So I'm going to do everything to you and more that the cops are liable to do. Actually, that's not true. I ain't going to kill you, but you know what I'm trying to say, right? I'm because I don't want you to have to then be disciplined or redirected or reprogrammed by the police.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like my analogy for the plug socket thing. I understand that short-term gratification gets long-term consequences, but also I feel like certain things require certain levels of attention, if you will.
Yeah.
And sometimes you need that muscle memory. You know what I'm saying?
Or that pain memory.
That muscle
That film is we remember the pain.
Because, bro, when I was in school and I was writing 1,500 times, I will not disrespect my teacher because I couldn't keep my mouth shut and stop disrespecting my teacher. It wasn't me writing I will not disrespect my teacher that stopped me from disrespecting my teacher. It was the pain in my hand that I didn't want to feel ever again that made me be like, you know what? I ain't gonna disrespect her because she ain't about to hurt my hand right now. You know, so.
Go ahead, Ty.
Let me tell you guys something. I believe beatings is something we were taught growing up. I don't think that's the only answer.
Yeah.
But I would tell you, my trainer told me this. When his kid got out of line, you know what he did to him? He told his kid that upset him and told him to go to his room to self-reflect.
I'm sorry, say that again?
So my trainer told his kid that affected him, that he did something to disrespect him, and it hurt him that he disrespected him, and he told him to go self-reflect in his room.
Self-reflect
in his room, and that's what actually helped.
How do you even react to that? You know, you go to your room like, oh damn, like you just feel ashamed. Right?
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Different races, different children.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like African.
Would you have cared if your mother said you made her feel sad that you hurt her? That would have got me. I think that would have been.
I think what really made me change is my mom disappointed. Like she used to yell at me, scream at me, do whatever. But one day I seen disappointment in my mom's face, and I never wanted to see that again.
We talked about that before too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Disappointment in my mother's face, and I'm like, yeah, I'm never doing that again. Because that's when she stopped talking. That's when she stopped yelling. That's when. Now I was like, all right.
So once you're not receiving the expected behavior,
Exactly.
then you realize, oh, this is different.
Exactly.
Instead of beatings, just tell them, like I said, hurt, disappointment. They switch around, so disappointment.
Yeah, but I still needed to go through those things of her yelling and screaming and doing this and that before I understood what disappointment was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Your experience.
Yeah.
Too. So I ain't weighing down. I ain't down.
No, for sure. Yeah. One, my mom wasn't really a yeller like that. She's just a talker.
Yeah.
Like she'd be the one to just you guys, I do this and this and that, and nobody does this in the house, and then like over and over. It's like a mouse just me, or a fly just going past the ears over. And you know how annoying that is? For me, I love my mom so bad. But when she's ready to talk, Esther will talk until the sun comes down.
Yeah.
Sorry to call you your first name. I just got a little scared for that too.
Yeah.
The gov.
But my mother,
You ain't far away.
buddy,
You ain't never too far.
that lady, bro, will talk all day and all night until this moon come back. You know what I mean? And I think that's where my frustration comes from. So if there's any PTSD that I could say, it's that right there. You got to call your mama?
Nah, this me and my mama yesterday.
Oh, an hour and 10 minutes on the phone?
Bro, we be talking for hours.
Yeah. Nah. See, I love my mom. We talk every day. She calls just to check up on me. She calls to check up on the kids. Calls her. Boom, I love me and my mom have a great relationship. But would I ever live with her in her house again? Never, ever.
No.
I would not want to do that. No, I would not want to do that. I love her from a distance. I love my mom so bad from a distance.
Yeah.
Because I know there's certain things that I need to do as a man that like it just don't work.
Right.
You know what I mean? I love her. I love living with her. She was an amazing person. She did everything in her power to make sure I was good. But just now, that's not something I would want to do. It just doesn't make any sense. But where I'm going with this though is like for every like I said, my mom hit me one time. Actually, let me get into that. And she hit me accidentally because she thought I was doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing. She was talking to me again. And my mom used to talk to me and pretty much like tell me what she didn't like. She'd talk about anything. So I was sitting down. She was talking for like an hour. And right there, I went to yawn. And my mom thought I was going to close my ears. She thought I was like tired. Like I was being disrespectful. I was trying to close my ears.
Like you about to shut her up.
Buddy, The smack that woman gave me in my ear rang my ear for 2 weeks.
That spit had fire.
Ying! In my ear. I still remember this day. And she will tell you she don't remember it.
Yeah. She don't remember.
She won't remember that. She was like, oh, I never place hands on you. Oh, that's she would tell you she don't remember it. She'll tell my siblings. But now I even have younger siblings. She never placed hands on my younger siblings.
Yeah.
My younger siblings aren't me though. I was out here wilding out, doing this, doing that. My younger siblings smart. They learned from all the beatings we got.
Right.
And they ain't
knew what not to do.
Exactly.
Right.
So, what's it called? With that being said, though, I wouldn't take back any whooping because my mom didn't really whoop me. She just kept talking to me. And I think that's what, like, wants me to just, like, I don't want to do nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even want to get on that woman's time and get home and she's just going to talk my ear off. You know, but my stepdad, on the other hand, that boy will whoop you. And again, I wouldn't take back any whooping because I deserve those. And I will tell you why I felt like I deserved those. I would go to school. Somebody would tell me, oh, this kid said this about your mom. I would go fight. And they even ask the kid, nothing. The kid never even said that. But somebody told me he said that. And I'll go fist fight, beat him up, get suspended, come home. Asking no questions. And then I'll go get whooping. Because what am I doing fighting in school?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In that aspect, action, reaction. The action was I didn't ask no question. I didn't think. I didn't process that. I didn't what's it called? Even ask the kid. The kid got whooped for no reason. Okay. I put him through that. And then I have no consequences except for suspension. Again, well, I whoop somebody. What happens? You get your butt whooped. You know what I mean?
Yeah, eye for an eye.
Exactly. Not even an eye for eye.
What you get?
Exactly. Not even an eye for eye. That's like put me in a position where, all right, why I'm getting whooped for a reason. Why am I whooping people for no reason? You know what I mean? Like now I'm thinking, now that got my brain working. Like, okay, if I go beat up somebody in school, I'm gonna come home and they're gonna whoop my butt. You know what I mean? And I had an older stepbrother. If I would have lost a fight, I would have came home and him with a fist fight. Yeah. You know what I mean? Now I'm putting myself in a fist fighting position from somebody bigger than me that will whoop me because I lost in a fight. You know what I mean? So now I'm getting my butt whooped from my stepdad and I'm getting my butt whooped from my brother. What look like? That's 2 whoopings.
Yeah. Did you figure alternative ways to resolve your conflict?
Right. Hey, thank you so much for saying that.
That's the most important thing.
Appreciate it. Have a great day.
You have a blessed day. You have a blessed
Why
day.
do you think that way? We would never just talk again.
Like, what, bro? He's just there with me. Don't put hands on me because if you put hands on me, then I'm going to do it to you.
Right.
I used to be the one, the aggressor who put hands on first.
Yeah.
When
you know what I mean?
I'm gonna whoop you again, bro.
Yeah.
I get a beating about you,
buddy.
If I get a beating,
buddy,
I'm going back to school and I fight
every
again,
single
bro.
day. I'm gonna fight
again.
you every single day,
Yeah,
and that's what's bad about my mentality. Because I will fight you until I get that win. Because I'm not going home for my brother to say, "Oh, somebody to say, oh, your brother got beat up," because that makes him look bad. Yeah. My brother was in a gang. My brother was in a gang. You know what I mean? And I learned everything he did and did the opposite of whatever he did. You know what I mean? My older stepbrothers was in gangs. There's big gang members. You know what I mean? They're going to jail. They're doing this. They're doing that. They got a street rap. So if their brother get beat up, that's a street rap that tarnishes them. So they'll whoop me. I have to go back and win that fight. And they have to see me win that fight now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's not something I want to be in. That's crazy.
Do y'all think
sounds like a toxic
physical?
It was.
Do you think the resort to physical discipline first, and to make sure a parent exhausts the physical discipline, exhausts all options before physical discipline? Do you think parents that resort to that the most struggle with communication?
Yes.
Easily.
Yes.
Because their parents didn't communicate that to them. That's the only way they know how to parent.
Yeah. You know what's funny? It's my mom, like your mom, my mom could talk, right?
Yeah. Oh,
that's where I get it from. Right. But no shortage of words. However, very quick to not use those words.
Yeah.
Just like we ain't got nothing to talk about. You know what you did.
Yep.
You know what you're not supposed to do.
Yep.
You knew what the consequence was. We didn't even have this discussion. I'm just elaborating for you.
Yeah.
Everything was already predestined, right? I knew when I come home after doing something I had no business doing, and she knew there were no words. It was straight to ass at the time, right?
BTA.
But I do agree. I mean, I think this comes with our conversation from last week about soft parenting. Is that what we were saying?
Yeah, gentle parenting.
Gentle parenting. I don't agree in gentle parenting. I agree in levels of escalation. For me, gentle parenting is so for me.
Go in the corner.
It's here. Gentle parenting, right? It's here, and then we have the
Poppy. If I come home,
system of escalation, right? The step to get there. You know what I mean? And I do believe at some point before the cop shoots you, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Yeah.
That's kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, am I ever gonna rule out physical discipline when it comes to my kids, especially since, you know, they got a Hispanic dad and a black mom, and they cop bait as much as anybody can be. You damn Skippy, I'm gonna be there before they get there.
But why we feel that ass whoopings stop children from engaging in criminal activity? Bro,
I'm not saying that they do.
My mama used to beat me bad. I done been to jail.
No.
It's different ethnicities, though. You know what I mean? Like, for African household, we scared of jail. We don't want to go to jail. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, "Oh, you want to go to jail?" No. So they're gonna whoop for us. They instill that in us. Like that. I don't know about Spanish. I don't know about anybody else. But in a real traditional African household, if you go to jail, you're shunned.
Yeah.
Like you're an outcast now. Like, why are you going to jail? You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's in our hearts. Like, bro, we don't want to go to jail.
And 9 times out of 10, you don't just end up in jail.
Exactly.
You're doing a lot of FAFOs before you actually end up in jail.
Elaborate what's FAFO.
Fuck around and find out. Right? There's a lot of those.
I didn't know that.
That we, as family members, as parents, as mentors, as whatever, try to intervene in before it gets to the point where someone's getting arrested and going to jail.
Exactly.
Now, are there extingent circumstances? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Assumption.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Can I?
Bro, you know,
My bad. All right, you don't mind that I say
I've
that?
been in that.
All right. So
Everybody knows
that had absolutely nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
That was not. I mean, it had something to do with you, but it was all basically fabricated, right?
Yeah,
so it's not like you were doing fuck shit all the way up until you got arrested, right? So there's always an extended.
Well, that's one.
There's always a circumstance.
Burglary, all types of stuff,
right.
You know, so
but what I'm saying is, there's always a possibility that you can get arrested without. But before all that, before you went to jail the first time, right? You went to jail before that or after that?
I went to the detention center too.
Before all that, you did a lot of shit that people told you, Ron, don't do this. Ron, you're gonna end up here. Your coach even. Ron, you're not gonna be able to play football. Ron, you're not gonna be able to do this. Ron, and you were like, I'm gonna do what I want, what Ron wants to do, and until Ron received the consequence that Ron was like, you know what? I think that's about the ceiling of consequence I'm willing to take. So my attitude is, let me be that ceiling before Jaden, my son, or Ethan get to that other level of consequence.
But how can you assure you'll be that ceiling? Because my mom thought she was being that ceiling.
Yes.
But I'm gonna go in the environment
Okay.
I'm gonna be in an environment with friends at school. I'm gonna be around people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like how she beat me so much to the point she didn't want me to get in jail, institutions, or 6 feet under. Right? That was her biggest thing. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And I agree with that.
And I still one of my brothers didn't, but 2 of us did. Like
respectfully though. I respect the single mothers. My mom's a single mother.
Yeah.
I respect the single mothers, but that also goes back to a mother trying to raise a man. You know what I mean?
That's where I'm getting. I have a father. I think that was the biggest thing. That's why I ended up in jail.
Exactly.
And I think mothers do feel pressure to overcompensate.
A lot.
Easily.
A lot, bro.
You know, because they're like, how do I?
They got to be the mother.
In our patriarchal society, there's a lot of pressure on a man to be what we started talking about at the beginning, macho, right? To be tough, to be a provider, to be a hunter-gatherer, to be all these things that family traditionally relies on, and you can't have no weak man doing that, right?
Nope. That's what they say.
No matter what it is, if you do it, you should be able to handle whatever I got coming for you.
Well, mama, you beat me because you want your needs to get met. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning from that. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I'm scared, right? I'm scared when I get up and I don't want to do something crazy, right? So now I'm watching my mama get her needs met. I'm doing good doing school, do better in school.
No, what are her needs? The what she's asking from you?
So you get a beating. Mm-hmm. She's only doing it to get her needs met. It's nothing like,
what's
her needs, though? She wants you to do better in school.
Yeah.
She wants you to stop getting suspended, whatever you got in trouble for.
But those are her needs being met, sure. But aren't they for you?
No, but for immediate gratification. So she gets her needs met by physical discipline. All I did in the community was get my needs met by physical discipline. I went to jail where there's a bunch of people that can communicate and all you do is fight. It ain't no talking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was a fighter because I know if I fight somebody, I get my needs met. I don't got to talk to you to take something. If I beat you up, I can take it now. I ain't got to talk and communicate. Go back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. Immediate gratification results in immediate. Watching my mama do that, it's like if she can get her needs, like if I had a father in my life, watching your father get his needs met in a physical way versus communication, that's going to teach you this is how you get your needs met moving forward. And it is a fact, in anger management, I tell you, it's a fact that you can get your needs met by physical discipline.
That's a fact.
And fighting, too. Because I asked the guys, like, y'all can communicate because y'all see.
But you can also only get so far. Because one thing you got to realize when you look in the world.
That's true, yeah.
Some of the rich.
Not
always. There's always someone who could break the mold, break the rule. But for the most part, some of the richest, most powerful people in the world are great communicators. They're not out there fighting. You know what I mean? Well, they're fighting with guns and stuff, wars and stuff, you know what I mean? But for the most part, it's all manipulation through...
Until you go to Florida.
The tongue.
It's different. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Every family is different, but I think it's a culture thing. Because when he go back to, you know, and I'm like, dang, that is true. If you're, you know, looking at, because there's some cultures that's like that, but you're the outcast is the word. Bro.
Yeah.
An outcast. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, claim you.
Like, you got cultures, if you marry outside the family, although they told you to marry in, like, the same religion, like, outcast, like, all that stuff. So, that, I didn't even think about that piece. Like, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you go to Miami, Florida, bro. We got, you know, Haitians, you know.
But that's different. They're raised different. Haitians, not to be rude, no disrespect, but Haiti's not like glamorous. Yeah. You know what I mean? So when it comes to America, that's not the structure. That's not the structure that they, you know what I mean? That's the structure that they're already used to. They're already used to, not to be disrespectful, but the Black American culture. Like, oh, you got to be gangster. You got to do this. You got to do that. And I'm not bashing the Black American culture, but in no way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? Because there's great Black American men, African American men that are doing great things, respectfully. But if you really think about it, the NBA young boys, 50 Cent back in the day, 50 Cent came to entrepreneurship. Yeah. He's doing his thing now. But like, what was really projected and pushed out was gangster. In the African community, we're not pushing out gangster. You don't want to be a gangster.
Right. Yeah.
You want to be a presentable man. In the Spanish community, you guys, I don't know what, if you guys are gangsters too or whatever, I don't know how you was raised, but that's what you was projected to see. You know what I mean? That's not a norm for us. You know, and that's not a norm for, what's it called, Caucasian men or Caucasian people. You know what I mean?
So you go to Miami.
That's different, though. That's a different environment. That's a different environment. The culture as a whole.
Yeah. The majority of specific cultures you'll see in different...
You're not going to see a white man sagging his pants talking about, gang this, gang that, on the gang side. That's not their culture. One that's traditionally created in a Caucasian household. Tommy's not doing that.
I watched Tommy go right after he moved to Miami, bro.
Exactly. I watched Tommy. He changed his environment. Tommy came from a big household to that environment. He got accustomed. Exactly.
Me, I seen that all day.
You know what I mean? Or he was raised in that environment. Yeah. So therefore, that's his environment. But a traditional Caucasian man is not going to do that. That's not something they're interested in. You know what I mean? For Africans, is the environment. Africans turn into gang members because they hang out with environment that brings them down. Just people in general. It depends what environment.
Well, it's not just the environment. It's also the social impact of what's going on around you, right? In America,
the music and stuff like
that. Yeah, but
you listen to NBA young boys talk about.
But it's just not that. You're not wrong. But it's just not that. If you're oppressed, right? If you have no further ceiling that you're able to reach, then
why? Why not?
Because that the American system of racist, systematic racism that is in place only allows, first of all, a certain select few numbers
for sure
of Black and brown people
one of the good
elevate, right? And then on top of that, those certain select few are never going to be allowed to be greater than white supremacy. And that is an American.
Jay-Z?
He's not better than white supremacy. Jay-Z is not the richest man in the world. He's not the most powerful man in the world, and he has men that he answers to. He doesn't own the NFL. He works for the NFL. He does not own the NFL.
Yes, Jay-Z owns Rockefeller.
Right, that's not the NFL.
I'm not worried about the NFL.
And what is Rockefeller? Let's be real.
It's a music industry.
I know what it is, but what is it? Who? What is Rockefeller?
He own part of the NFL. He doing something with them over
there. No. He doesn't own the NFL.
No, he definitely don't own it.
There's a white man that he partnered with, maybe, that he answers to. All I'm saying is, in America, black men, there's millions of black and brown men, right? Yep. Millions. You're not letting all those millions own NFLs or Rockefellers, is all I'm saying.
If they want
let's not try to. No, they're not gonna allow it. Nah, Black Wall Street, bro. Black Tuskegee. With the I don't want to say not Tuskegee. What was the other one? There's been Central Park before it became Central Park was a whole black. Basically, it was about to become its own society. It had its own banks, barbershops, schools, everything. The white man came in and was like, no, we're not having that. You guys are doing too good. Wiped it all out. Turned that shit into a public fucking park. And then had the nerve to put benches on where homeless people couldn't even lay the fuck down. As a matter of fact, when they first put the benches in Central Park, you had to pay to sit in those benches. And you know why they did that? Because it weeded the undesirables who they did not want in that area out, who could not afford to sit on those benches. So it goes way back. Systemic oppression and racism, it puts people in a mindset at the very least to feel like their height of achievement or success is only going to get so far. And sometimes that means in their neighborhood as, maybe one of the leading boss men in a gang or whatever. I don't really know how they label each other.
How do we measure the statement? Like, what's this measured off of? This man made it, boy. He at the top with them people. Like, you know what I mean? And he broke he was one of the few that got up. Like, how we measure that? Because I'm looking at Jay-Z as an example. I'm looking at Dave Chappelle as these people that got a lot of power and influence that can't get canceled because their foundation so strong and they got enough power.
I think that's a level of success. I think it's a major level of success.
Yeah, you said
by
that.
By the way, I respect.
Yeah.
I respect their success. Yeah. Let's put it that way. There's a lot of things I mean, I'm not trying to co-sign for nobody.
Yeah.
But
second it.
I feel like there are a lot of people who aren't millionaires. You aren't a millionaire. However, in my eyes, you're very successful. Can you achieve more success in your life? Absolutely. But you are very successful to me. I feel like, me as what I do in my career, which you guys know what I do. I don't get paid a lot at all. I said it on here before. I get paid $350 a week. No, but a lot of people wouldn't consider that successful. I consider that very successful. I consider the fact that I get up every day and I'm happy to go to work and I feel like I'm making an impact and a difference every day. That's my level of success. But it's not Jay-Z's success as far as monetary value, right? So I really feel like it's definitely a spectrum of what is success in America. But what I can say is for sure, as far as our government is concerned and our societal construct is concerned, the darker you are, the lower that ceiling of success available to you is. And the ones who have gotten higher, there's, I'm sure, usually a fine mixture of, like, it's like the perfect storm at the perfect time. You know what I mean? Like, even Obama being president, it may have been people were just ready to see a new change. It may have been the government conspiracy theory. They were like, oh, you know what? We're going to put a black man up there to show them you really don't want a black man as president. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up right now. You know what I'm saying? But there could be chances are, in the way American society is right now, that will likely, it's going to be very hard pressed for us to see another person of color in that kind of position of power again.
When you look at the candidate portal, nobody running. Like, one day something will happen.
Last year.
You know, but yeah, like
Nah,
you know what I'm saying.
first of
we
all-
talking about men right now.
Nah,
No, I'm talking about color.
Like, in general,
Actually,
yeah.
You're in
I'm talking about
America.
black and white.
No. Respectfully, you're in America
I forgot
where,
about them,
first of all, there is a one. They don't want a woman president. Plus, a black woman president. Like that's not to be rude in this society. That's like two minuses.
Yeah.
And that's crazy to even say.
And you want to know what? Not to be rude. That's why the society is failing. That's why America, as the empire, the last great empire currently standing. Well, China's doing some good. They're up there. They're doing some things, but they're not. Yeah, they are empirical. Let me stop lying. Every great empire falls. America is well on its way because the foundation of America, the black and brown men of America, are done. They're done seeing each other die. They're done seeing that ceiling of success being limited, and they're done being scapegoats and the bodies who made this country and continue to make this country what it is. All of America's war have been majorly impacted by the what do you call it? The oh my God, I can't think. The engagement, by participation of black and brown people. A lot of black and brown men and women died for this country. And yet and still have to fight
For position in the
for
country.
basic attributes of a success. Like you have what it takes to get there, right? You possess the qualities, you possess the talents, but there's always that roadblock put in place. Yeah. So if you do make it, the fact that if you do make it, first of all, there's an if in there, and that there is any type of pushback to actual work ethic and effort is crazy to me. Anyone who puts effort and achieves what they're trying to do should be able to get that success and not be blocked simply because of the color of their skin. That's what the whole point of DEI was for. That's the whole point of even now they took it away, but you know the Republicans or whatever, they took that DEI stuff away, but it affects them too, right? Because at some point we want to make it kind of equal for all. So although your talent is everything, there should be some kind of equality amongst everything. And in, just to sum up what I'm actually talking about, the achievability of success in the United States of America, there is no equality there. There isn't.
Disagree.
If anything, like Jay-Z had high friends in high places.
Yeah, he had to connect
with
with
them.
them.
I agree.
Collaboration.
I do agree with that.
But
I agree with.
Success is built off of influence, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? How much influence do you have is the biggest piece. Like you were saying, like, I'm not up there, but I got influence, bro. Like, you know, I try to go every country, all states, and like I really try to push stuff out that way. I don't want to be a hood influence. I know a bunch of people back home that's just rappers
Hood
and they
rich.
stand in the hood. They rappers, everybody in the hood know them. Couple people outside of the city. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that to be me. How much influence, success, my mental success is built off influence. Don't stay in Worcester, Ron. He say every nonprofit do what you do, stay out of Worcester. But I can't get that out. You only influence. How much people can you influence in the world, bro? That's how, like, influence is the biggest piece. Like, you know what I'm saying? Dave Chappelle got influence. You know what I mean? A lot of people that can't get canceled. A lot of black men got influence and they successful. A lot of people lower than them that got a lot of influence. So I think we just don't see the top. And if I was to read a candidate sheet of whole history, how many black people actually tried to go for president, that's going to be an issue there too. I'm going to be like, why most white people go for president and you don't see a lot of black people saying, I want to be president, let me go jump in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's an issue too. Is it because they saying, oh, I don't think I can make it because I'm going to get blocked, man. I know I got the potential, but I'm going to get blocked. Like, or, you know, I don't think they want a black president because, you know, but I want to be president one day. I got the credentials. I got all this expertise, you know, so why aren't we seeing more black people, men, you know, and women too, because it was one, jumping in that portal to really say that. Now, if they jumped in there and they don't get it, and we've seen all this history of all these black people that was in as candidate for president and get it, then I would be like, okay, there's a ceiling there, there's something going on there.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But what my people at that saying, jump in there, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So
like,
why you don't jump in there?
Because I don't want to be a president.
Okay,
And
so how you know they
just-
want to be president?
No, I'm saying the people that want to be a president. That's what I'm saying. The people that want to be a president. Like,
I will say this.
I know some black people out there want to be president, bro.
I'm not one of them.
It's
I'm
only
definitely
Good.
I'll be mayor though.
I ain't even close.
He's a mayor,
to
though.
it.
out of 400
Oh,
years
okay.
of black people being in the United States of America, originally by force, right? Right over here.
By force, you got that.
They've only been allowed to vote, never mind run for president, to vote the past 80 years.
Yeah, and then there was,
Since
their votes was like half a
1964.
vote at one point too, right?
3/5.
Like
Okay.
3/5 of
So-
the vote. Yeah.
Vote, never mind become president, right?
That's back then. What about now, though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get it
No,
now.
Well,
but-
no, what I'm saying is you have 4 quarters and a dollar, right?
Mhm.
3 of those quarters, black men couldn't run. So for 3 of those quarters, all you had was white people who were able to run. We only have 1/4 of black men being able to run.
What needs to happen
That's
for
what
that
I'm
to change?
Huh?
Oh, you talking about now?
Yeah, history. 400 years.
Mm-hmm.
Black people have only been able to run, well, vote, not even run, for
Vote,
the past 80. I would say run for like the past 20. I would say 2000, when actually, I think Barack Obama was the first time, well, I know Reverend Jesse Jackson, I think he ran in the 80s.
He ran in the 80s, yeah.
But I think he
And
was
getting it
way
then.
ahead of his time.
Yeah,
too.
for sure.
I don't think there was a reality of a black man. Honestly, I think there was something up with Barack Obama. I think he
Obama came up.
had good friends in high places. Although I'm a Barack Obama fan through and through. I have a lot of reasons. I also know that he wasn't perfect, so we don't even need to go. We could go there someday, but we don't need to go there right now because we need to end the show. It's been a good show. It's been a long show. But in my real honest, like from the depths of my soul opinion, black men have only really qualified for the presidency since Barack Obama smashed that ceiling. That was 2008. So that's only the past not even 20 years.
And the number still way off. He the only one.
That's a fact.
The only one that made
There's
it.
nobody else has been president.
I like y'all
And
fact
ran
check
for
that, 'cause
candidate,
I don't
too.
even got my phone to fact check it. I don't believe that. I
He's been
don't
the
know
only black
that.
president ever.
No, yeah. The only black
To run
one
forward.
No,
To
no,
run
to
forward.
run. Right, to run.
talking about to
I don't-
run.
No, I believe there was more because I want to
You gotta
say like
fact check.
even.
I'll fact check
I'm-
after the show.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely after.
I'm not saying it was much more.
Well, I don't know too now. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. I think there were.
Well, with that being said, y'all,
That's the whole other shit. So Poppy's over there.
I'm gonna reel it back in. First of all, thank you guys for tuning into the show today. We appreciate
Always.
you guys. You guys are the best fans ever. Shout out to my man Milholm. He wasn't able to make it today. We appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing.
dog.
But yeah, with that being said, you're listening to 508 Live. With your host Poppy Pay. I would say Money Man Milholm, but not today.
But we love
Fireman Burgess.
Yeah.
We got the best producer in the world, Manny J Media.
My
And
God.
you can't forget my man Ty Band.
Top dance. Come on
Thank
now.
you guys, man.
Come on now.
Appreciate it.